Give it up for the Unity North Band. Oh my goodness, good morning, Unity North. Good morning, Unity North. We got to wake you all up this morning. It is a beautiful day outside. There is light outside, but there is more love and light in here. And I saw you shining some love and light right back at the band. They are so thankful for that. And I'm thankful for each and every one of you, wherever you are. So this morning, we are going to shine our love and our light through a little song we call I Am a Point of Light. So stand to your feet if you're able, open your hearts wherever you are, and join us in song. I am a point of light in the light of God, endless with possibility, and I can fill any darkness as I recall. I am a point of light in the light of God. Love so bright as God's light. Yes, I can fill any darkness as I recall. I am a point of light in the light of God. You are a point of light in the light of God, endless with possibility, and you can fill in the darkness as you recall. You are a point of light in the light of God. Love so bright as God's light. Yes, we can fill in the darkness as we recall. We are a point of light in the light of God. We are a point of light in the light of God, endless with possibility, and we can fill in the darkness as we recall. We are a point of light in the light of God. Love so bright as God's light. Yes, we can fill in the darkness as we recall. I am a point of light in the light of God. Yes, you are. You may be seated.
Thank you, Danielle. We are indeed points of light in the light of God. So I invite you now to take that energy, that heart, that love into a moment of prayer. And as we bring that energy into our heart space, we say, thank you, God, for this time, for this blessing of this place, this time, these people, these beautiful, radiant beings of light, doing business as God, the Christ, the One. And so as we enter into this time together, we hold that space in our heart for those who may be hurting, for our world. We know that there is one presence, one power, and that is love. God made manifest through each and every person, not only in this room, but out there in the world. Those in the world and those beyond the veil, that one energy, that one presence is available with our very next thought. For love is all there is, and we are grateful. And so we say, thank you, God. Amen. Amen. So, welcome again, Unity North. How are we doing today? Wow, look at that. Yes, let's do it again. How are we doing today? We are slayed in the spirit, Michael March. So, welcome to Unity North. I do want, before we get into our announcements, to just highlight Judy Demmer is our chaplain on duty, and she is holding space. So if you are new here and you're wondering what the person on the stage is doing, she is holding that space, that container of love of the God and Christ presence for everybody here, as well as everybody out there. And so we thank her for her service. And our chaplains will be available after service to pray with you in the back of our sanctuary if that is something that you would like. So thank you. All right. Couple of things going on. Our pet blessing is today. Praying Pause annual pet blessing, one of the most cherished times where we really get in touch with the animals, that unconditional love that they continue to teach us. And that is happening today at 2 p.m. at the Labyrinth. So you can go home, grab a bite to eat, grab your well-trained, leashed, carriered. I mean, my first time here, a horse pulled up. So we do not discriminate. Does not have to be cats and dogs, but it does have to be contained and leashed and hopefully well-behaved. And we would love to honor that pet with you and bless them. So that's today at 2. Our ecumenical service is happening on November 18th. That is coming up this week also, Rebuilding Hope Together. And again, this is one of our most cherished relationships that we have with all of the faith organizations in our area. And we are excited because Reverend Averill Maynard is one of the speakers this year, and she does a lot of work in interfaith, so we have that connection. And then I believe our band is playing as well. Our band is the band, or part of the band, and so that, yes. And it is a virtual, you can tune in, and a lot of work has gone into it. So please tune in. You can go on the website, on our Facebook page, get the link, and tune in. I believe it's this Thursday.
And Julie, they can actually come into the Unity North Sanctuary.
Oh.
It'll be streamed on our video.
Oh, beautiful. So yeah, Michael. Yes, come, be in a community together while we experience that. That's a great idea. I'm so excited. And then finally, our service of remembrance is coming up on December 1st. This is run by our chaplains program and is a time to remember those that have passed on to their next incarnation and through the veil, knowing that they are still with us in energy and in heart. And so that's going to be live streamed and in the sanctuary on December 1st at 7 p.m. And then we don't have a slide for it, but really quickly, we are doing a kids choir. So if you've got kids, we want them to sing on Christmas Eve. So see me downstairs. I'm about to head down there now, and I can tell you more about it. Or you can email Julie at unitynorth.org. But we want our kids. We're going to have a service finally back in the sanctuary this year, Christmas Eve. So we're excited. And that's it for me. Now I want to introduce Richard.
I do want to welcome anybody who's here for the very first time. We want you to know that whoever you are and wherever you may be on your spiritual path, you are welcome here. But more importantly, you are welcome here. We welcome anybody online who's tuning in for the first time, and those of you in the room. We behold you as the light of the world that you are. We behold you in your magnificence. There's no need of you being fixed because you're not broken. There's no need of you being cleansed because you are not stained. We're just waking up together. And so if there's anybody in the room, I would love to, who's here for the first time, I'll be at the back of the room. I am the minister of the church, although I'm not speaking today. I'm going to be your soloist today. But in the back of the room, I'd love to connect with you and to help you feel more welcome. Is there anybody in the room for the very first time? Welcome. No? Welcome to our home. Welcome to our family. Welcome to our community. You don't have to do anything. We're not going to embarrass you. We're just glad that you're here. And we are glad that each and every one of you is here and each and every one of you is right there. We have a couple of guests today that are going to do the message for the day. And I was so excited I didn't have to prepare a message. And then I decided, well, I'm going to sing. And I wasn't the least bit nervous until I got up here to do the sound check and realized it's been a minute since I've sung for this congregation. It's been years. So suddenly the nerves kicked in. I invite you to let yourself fall back, as I am going to do today. The first time I heard this song, it was at Cirque du Soleil. And there was an acrobatist up in the ribbons, going around and falling from the ceiling. I'm going to let each of you fall into a container of peace, of love, of receptivity, and perspective that we're going to talk about today. But this song is called Let Me Fall. Let me fall. Let me climb. There's a moment when fear and dream must collide. Someone I am is waiting for courage. The one I want, the one I will become, will catch me. So let me fall, if I must fall. It won't stop my yearning to heed the call. So let me fall, and when I fall from the ashes, the phoenix will arise. I will dance so freely, holding on to no one. You can hold me only if you too will fall away from all these useless fears and shame. I will dance so freely, holding on to no one, knowing that I've found the power to raise my life away from all these useless fears and shame. Someone I am is waiting for courage. The one I want, the one I will become, will catch me. So let me fall, if I must fall. It won't stop my yearning to heed the call. So let me fall, and as I fall, there's no reason to miss this one chance, this perfect moment. Just let me fall. Just let me fall. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It helps to tell the crowd you're a little nervous before you do it. So I'm just delighted to have Hamilton Sage back in the room. It's been many years since he was here with his beautiful wife, Ingrid, as the Twin Soul Poets. But let me tell you a little bit about our guests today. Hamilton Sage is an award-winning actor, a poet, an author, a coach, a teacher, and he's a wonderfully beautiful human being as well. Along with his wife, Ingrid, they are called the Twin Soul Poets, and they won the 2016 Posy Awards for social activism and justice with their piece called The Lovings. How many, I guess it's been about 4 or 5 years, how many of you heard them on this platform when they did it? We were moved. We were moved and never the same again. We need more pieces like they write. Hamilton leads workshops for hundreds of young poets and is known for being an empowering and uplifting educator. He's going to educate us today. He is joined today with a new friend of mine and a new wonderful musician who sat, and he's going to play the piano today. I didn't want to touch the piano after he was done because it's beautiful. But Afshin Cohen is a classically trained pianist. He is a composer who designs sound and writes music for movies, and my grandkids would love this, also for video games. He is a music producer, an avid meditator, and he is a devout Baha'i. Many of you know that we partner with the Baha'i community a lot, so we're going to partner with the Baha'i community again, but he is also as warm and beautiful in his heart and his spirit as Hamilton is, and together they're going to create a wonderful experience for you today. We're delighted to welcome both of them as our special guests, Hamilton Sage and Afshin Cohen.
Thank you, Richard. And thank you to all of you for having me back again. Oh, I have missed being in front of crowds. It's been a weird couple of years, I'm sure, for all of us. But I just wanted to start today's talk with just a moment of sharing deep gratitude for being here, for you guys inviting us to this space. And if you've never heard spoken word poetry before, you might not know what to expect, but I had a friend of mine, another poet, describe it best when he said that it creates a space where we can share. And today I want to invite you all to just open to the idea. It's called the power of perspective, but it's the idea that, personal belief of mine, these things that I write and the words that I speak in poetry come from a place that is somewhere beyond me, and that we're all connected to that space. And same with music, the music that flows through beautiful musicians like Afshin, it comes from that same space where all creation lies, and we are all connected to that. And sometimes we forget that truth of unity and connection, and we get caught up in the separation. But I want to invite you all to allow the music and the poetry today to create that space where we can share in that oneness again, and just let it take you there. So whatever we've walked into today with our own perspectives, we're now joining into this unified perspective. All disasters look like chaos from within, but the eye of the storm sees the calm creativity in the destruction. If we believe that everything happens for a reason, the term everything must be all-inclusive. It does not mean everything except for things that are inconvenient for me. If we should see something that we love falling apart, we would do well to study the reasons. If this capitalist consumer system falls apart, there will be a reason. There are plenty of reasons. How much time do we have? There is a constant changing of the seasons. Are we ready for the next path? The end of 2012 is come and gone, but I'm still able to see past, because what is time anyway? What is time anyway? What is time? What is time? Is it even real? Does time even exist? In this, the stillness between the heartbeats, the breathlessness between breathing, the lucid sleep, stretching seconds, tiny forevers. So let all the money fill the pockets of the 99%. The timing couldn't be better. It's about damn time. The Mayans say it's about that time. According to them, these are not the last days, but a time of great change. Have you ever noticed how a galaxy looks exactly like a hurricane? We used to find strength in these storms. Look forward to the life-giving rains. But now, we get used to just complain. We lost power. Between computers, iPads, iPods, and TVs, have we ever considered how much of our time is spent staring at a screen? So much time wasted between past and future dreams that we miss all of the presence in between. The gift of now is the only time that's real, but it seems that we only remember when the earth shakes and the sky screams, when the wind howls with laughter, asking, what is time? How can it change? It is what it is, or it is all that is, meaning that it always is. It does not end. There is no end. Only endless little forevers. Twinkling in the eye of a storm. Thank you. So that poem that I just shared, it was titled "The Eye of the Storm," and I knew that I wanted to talk about perspective, and Richard shared, an idea for a loose theme about this idea of like falling. And that piece just came to me. It's a piece that I wrote years ago. But I wrote it with the idea that like everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer of that. And thinking about a storm, the past couple years, I don't know about for you guys, but it's very much felt like being in the midst of this crazy storm, right? My life was certainly turned upside down with my job closing and my wife's job closing, and the acting industry totally shutting down, no auditions, nothing shooting, no places to perform. I was like, what am I supposed to do? It's very strange, and a lot of sitting with self, and maybe that's what the purpose was. At least for me, that's what became something very obvious to me. But it's an interesting question to ask. Why does a hurricane, from a bird's eye view, Why does that storm look so much like a galaxy, so much like the spiral that we see in a seashell, so much like the same spiral that's in a flower? If you look at the bud of a flower, in fruit, if you open up a fruit, it's everywhere, right? These same designs that we see. And is that a hint, maybe, from the universe that we're all connected here? And if that's true, how do we tap into that higher perspective that sort of sees the bird's eye view, and in the midst of the storm can be like, okay, everything is okay and everything is happening just the way it is supposed to be, because this is all a grand design here, and nothing that shouldn't be happening couldn't possibly happen. It's easier said than done, right? We get caught up in fear. We get caught up in expectations of what should and shouldn't be. So how do we tap into this higher perspective where we are all connected, and this spiral that maybe is the nature of life itself, to always be expanding outward, and sort of coming back to itself over and over again in that process of just like seemingly infinite growth. I want to talk about two ways that we can maybe practice that and do that. And they're kind of connected. But the first one is practicing connecting with and experiencing the perspective of others, people, other people that we interact with, children, but also any life forms, anything that has consciousness, that has life, whether that's animals or trees. There's so much life around us at all times, and it's so easy, again, to be caught in our tunnel vision of our own sort of limiting perspective and not even see all this life around us as relevant to our experience or mattering at all. But there, what if all life around us was part of us? Or what if all life around us could be teachers, or offering some kind of wisdom, or offering assistance energetically? There's all kinds of perspectives that could be true, and just tuning into that choice to flip that switch of perspective can totally change our experience of each and every moment. As an actor, I have the blessed opportunity to practice this thing of like stepping into other people's shoes and just trying to imagine, like, what is life like from your eyes? What things have you experienced that have brought you to being this person today? And if I experienced that, what would that feel like? How would I think about life if I went through those same things? It can very much change your interactions with people. I think about it sometimes when I'm at work and I'm serving customers. I'm in a customer service job, and sometimes I might have somebody being a little bit rude to me, and it's easy to be like, forget them, But I find it so much more interesting to challenge myself to open to that and to consider, well, what's happening for them today that's brought them here to this moment, that maybe they're feeling a little standoffish or whatever it might be. They need to unload something, and it's like, what is that, and why, and how does that feel, and how can I connect? And it's an interesting experience, and I love acting because I get to sort of do it all the time. I have to train. But I also, years ago, I participated in this animal spirit dance, a Native American ceremony, where I learned from their perspective that all animals are teachers. They're here to offer wisdom. And in any moment, any interaction that sort of animal appears for you, maybe unexpectedly a bird sort of shows up and sits next to you while you're relaxing in the park or something, they're there to offer some kind of wisdom or lesson. And again, that could totally change our experience of how we experience animals. And sometimes just tuning into that perspective, we start getting something. You just observe an animal and like, what do they have to teach me? Can birds be masters of this higher perspective, right? With their ability to fly, and tune into things. Squirrels, as you observe them storing away their seeds and acorns and leaving some for later, like, is there a lesson there in how we can plant seeds for ourselves to harvest later? All interesting thoughts. And I was thinking about this one day when I was sitting next to a tree, and I was just thinking, what would life be like as a tree, to sit in one place for maybe hundreds of years and just grow your roots deep into the ground and just grow towards the sky? And that's kind of like your entire experience of life. And I literally just asked the tree to tell me its story. And I immediately felt like I was getting a response. I just kind of started hearing this poem in my head, and I wrote it down. And this is the story that the tree actually right outside Afshin's apartment shared with me one day. I asked the tree for a story, and it told me of stillness. A stillness and vibrance. A stillness through illness. A stillness through change. A stillness through the seasons. A stillness through the moments without needing the reasons. A stillness in growth. A stillness in reaching. A stillness in learning. Receiving the teaching. Roots that run deep, grounded through fears. A stillness through aging. Stillness for hundreds of years. A stillness for love. A stillness for loss, a stillness in silence, a stillness within. My story is your story. May the stillness begin. And so when I just heard that, I had to go and I ended up just sharing that with Afshin when I came inside, and I wrote it down. But I was so grateful to receive that message from that tree, because that was exactly what I needed in that moment. This was months ago, but at the time I was going through a hard time, and I was feeling a lot of confusion and fear and uncertainty and doubt about what is my direction in life, even what am I even doing here, what is even going on in the world, and maybe some of you can relate to that again, that feeling like swept up by a storm. But wow, look at how many masters of stillness and groundedness we have all around us right now, showing us how to access that stillness. And could it be as simple as just sitting with them and tuning into that wisdom to get that, you get to experience it. And that kind of leads into the second way of expanding our perspective that I want to talk about, which is expanding our idea of self. Just the practice of putting ourselves into the perspective of others, other people, other life forms, you do it enough, it starts to expand your sense of self. And you start to kind of question, well, who am I really anyway? If I can sort of have this visceral experience of what it's like to be a tree, or I can have this moment where I'm so in character in a scene that it really feels real, and I kind of feel like I am that person, or I just so deeply connect through empathy and compassion with someone that's almost like I feel exactly what they're feeling. It's like, well, who am I anyway if I can have all these different varied experiences at any time? And I want to try something today to maybe tap into what we think about ourselves, because life truly is like a mirror that is always reflecting back to us our beliefs and our expectations, especially about ourselves. There's a lot of evidence to show that, like, the biblical name of God and the things that they found, it's written on caves thousands of years ago, it translates most closely to I am. And if that is really God's name, then whatever we put after that becomes true. It's like we're speaking it into existence. And maybe life isn't just happening to us all the time, but if we embrace that idea of the I am as the all, then we can begin to tap into this more empowered, creative perspective where instead of life happening to us, we're writing our own story. But the interesting thing is sometimes we're not consciously aware of what our beliefs about the world or about self really are. Sometimes the stories and beliefs are operating sort of more underneath the surface of our conscious awareness. And there's an interesting tool. If you look in the chairs in front of you, you'll see you should have a pen and a pad to be able to write with. And I want to do something really quickly to maybe tap into some of these ideas about ourselves that we're carrying. So this is a free writing exercise, and the point of free writing is just to write the entire time, no stopping. Don't let your pen stop. Don't think about what you're writing. Don't edit at all. Just keep the pen moving. That's the only right way to do it. Even if you have to write, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. Do that. And all I want you to do, I'm going to set a timer for like about 2 minutes. And when I say start, the first thing you're going to write is I am. And then you're just going to keep your pen moving the entire time, okay? So again, the only rule here, don't think and keep your pen moving the entire time. Do not stop writing and do not think or judge at all. Ready, go. I am blank. If you need to continue writing I am over and over again to help prompt yourself to keep moving, do that. It could be a list. It could be a free-flowing, just kind of nonsensical gibberish, whatever comes out, just keep your pen moving. Again, no judgment. Do not censor anything that wants to come out. Just let the pen move. Almost finished. Keep writing a little bit longer. All right. So we are done. You can shake your hand out if you need to. Now this list, this free writing that you did without thinking, take a look at it now and see if there's anything that surprises you on there. Maybe there's something surprisingly positive or uplifting that you didn't know you could tap into, or maybe there's something surprisingly negative, or like, oh geez, I didn't know I thought that poorly of myself. Either way, it might be a mix of both. But your homework is going to be to take this home with you, and at some point today, go through that list and circle or highlight or underline anything that is no longer serving you, that is no longer in alignment with who you want to be. Right? Because if anything that we put after I am becomes true, almost like a prayer of affirmation that the divine would be speaking into existence, realize that we are part of that same divine. We are not just experiencing life as it happens to us, we are actively co-creating it. And some of the most powerful words you can speak are whatever comes after I am. So if there is anything on your list of I am that feels negative, that doesn't make you feel good or empowered, circle that, and then you're going to rewrite your list and edit anything that doesn't fit anymore with the most empowered, divine, uplifted, and inspired version of you. You're going to change that into something that feels right, that feels really good to read. Yes, thank you. So then what you'll end up with is an edited and revised list that when you read all the things that you are, this whole list of I am, it's going to make you feel powerful. It's going to make you feel like your highest self. And maybe that's this journey that we're on together, is this constant cycle of expanding our sense of self and not learning, but maybe sometimes it's more about forgetting the things that we thought we were, that are just limiting, and putting restrictions on the much more expansive truth. And rather than discovering, we're remembering and coming back to self. And sometimes the most powerful and beautiful moments of learning are when we fall flat on our face. And we're like, man, I can't do this to myself anymore. I can't be this version of me that just doesn't feel good anymore. And we do have the power to rewrite who we want to be. It starts right now. You don't have to achieve anything to be that version of you. It's just a choice, a flip of the switch of perspective. And it starts with changing our thoughts and changing the words we speak, because every word you speak is a positive prayer of affirmation. It can be a prayer of change. So let your new revised I am list be a prayer of change, beginning right now in this moment to shape the new, highest, most divine version of you. And when you have that revised list, I recommend, I invite you to keep it somewhere in your home, in your room, somewhere where you can read it each day. And even if it's just in that 1 minute, 2 minutes that it takes to read it, say it out loud and be connected to that version of you. And the more that we practice connecting to that right now, the more we become it. We are. It's just a moment-to-moment choice and a flip of perspective that totally changes our experience of the same moment. Could be a scary storm, or it could be the most powerful moment of change we've ever gone through. Same moment, different experience. We have the freedom to choose. That freedom stares us in the face on the edge of what feels safe. one step of surrender, and we could forever leave this place to free fall. Free fall. We fall over and over because we have agreed that such is the human condition. Subscribe to this original sin and believe that its bars keep us caged in to miss the mark again and again, punishing ourselves worse and worse every time, pleading for some divine to save us from drowning in this knee-high water if we could just stop kneeling and stand up to see, to breathe. There is divinity in each inspiration. We are all manifestors of our own creation. Maybe it's this responsibility that we fear. So we quickly hand away our own power to God or Jesus or whoever might be near, forgetting that God's name means I am. So who are you? Who are you? However you answer, you will make it true. You choose. We choose. Maybe it feels safer to allow someone else to make our decisions, to act out a script that has already been written, but there will be a time when truth must reveal what is hidden. So step to the mirror, face to face with self, on the edge of what feels safe. Ask yourself, does it feel safe to claim God's name? Say it loud and surrender to truth reflected. I am perfection. Observing itself. Will we believe or be live? Be. For now is the address at which eternity resides, so we decide, you decide. How will you define I am? I invite you to just close your eyes, take a few moments to go within. Go within to that question, who am I? Allow the music to take you on a pathway directly to your heart space. And as you get there and you feel the door into your heart space pulsing with your own life rhythm, the music of your truth, know that in this space, there is no questioning. There is a stillness and a knowing of your truth that is always present. A perspective that is always available and always aligned with the divine. And every single moment has 1,000 opportunities to step into that perspective of love. Doesn't matter what's happening, there is a way to experience it through love. Anytime you need a reminder, go here. thank you all so much again. Thank you right now for allowing this stillness, for having the courage to remember who you are, for allowing me to participate in that journey together. I invite you to give a warm round of applause for my friend Afshin. I want to thank you for saying yes to this. So much fun. And I also invite you, if you enjoyed today, to check out my wife and I's creations on Twin Soul Poets. Very easy to find on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It's the same thing, Twin Soul Poets. You can subscribe to our channel. We have more poetry performances there. Our award-winning piece about the Lovings is available to see there. And we do a lot of videos about love and relationships, and sort of are building a coaching business online. We just had a session with someone in the UK yesterday. It's amazing that we get to connect with people all over the world. But I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you will take your list and revise it today. Do it today, don't put it off. And thank you, Richard, again, for having us.
Thank you so much.
What a beautiful talk and meditation to really get us centered and appreciate life, if you will. So at this moment, I'd like to invite up Reverend Yuji, who's going to say a few words to us.
Good afternoon, Unity North. Wow, good afternoon. I know you're still where you were a little while ago with the excellent, wonderful information that was presented and given to all of us as a reminder, right, of our spiritual being. I'm not going to be up here very long. I'm trying to find something, and I found it. Hope everybody's doing well today. Because if you're not, this is the only moment that you have. It's an eternal moment, so you might as well decide that you are. Amen. All right, I stand here this morning as a very happy and proud member of Unity North for many reasons. When I was listening today, it was like being at an opera. Hearing a jazz performance, being at spoken word. It was absolutely wonderful. And there are so many wonderful activities that go on here at Unity North. Amen? Amen. Please clap and put your hands if you really know that. And so, thank you. Our leadership, our minister, our board of directors, the staff, and everybody who helps to make it happen. I say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm standing here this afternoon to give you an opportunity to move beyond the physical of where we are, as was spoken of today, and to be able to help to make a great impact, to make a great difference, or to continue to do that at an even higher level. The opportunity that I want to share with everybody today is one that you may decide to participate in. I certainly hope that you will. I am, and your board also, and our minister is also participating in this opportunity to expand that which you already use. When you talked about writing down things about yourself, one of the words that I wrote was, I am money. I'm waiting for a response. I am money. Yeah, say it to yourself. I am money. Now, John Randolph Price, great metaphysician, defined money as my own natural energy yield. When we think of money, we think of, you know, the dollars and the hundreds of dollars and all of that, but you actually are a yield of that which you give. So the opportunity is to become an angel to this ministry. Those of you who are here in the congregation physically today, those of you who are watching from home, those of you all over the country, and if I would venture to say, perhaps all over the world, the opportunity to become an angel to this ministry as we approach, and we're already in the Christmas season, and the opportunity is to become an angel to the Christmas match. We do this every year, and we've done it for a while, and I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand, but many of you have participated year after year after year. Some of you may not have even known about it or have been given the opportunity to participate. And so if you look there's a card on the back of your seat, and Reverend Richard, who has done a series concerning prosperity and walking in it and who we are and the blessing that we already are as we become an even greater blessing. There are so many ministries that Unity North impacts upon, gives to, helps to make a difference in the lives of people across the board. Socioeconomic, religious, you know, we are unity. We are what? We are one. And so what we do is if there's a need and we can be helpful, Unity North certainly does that. And so as an angel, you know, New Testament scripture defines angel in one of the books as ministering angels, as ministry, as service to help somebody and to help some others. Now, those of you who know me as a preacher know I'm holding back and know I'm trying to follow script, and I'm trying to be brief too, because I promised to do this under 5 minutes. And so, so for the month of December and January, if you would like to become an angel and participate in giving, if you're doing your Christmas list and you're looking around to see who you want to bless, if you have a business and you want to, of course, you get a tax write-off. Somebody said to me, that doesn't matter to me, but it matters to many, many people. So you can get a tax write-off. This is a 501c ministry, and I can tell you from a bird's eye view, the fiduciary and fiscal oversight of this church is corporate. It really and truly is. It's second to, and I can say that without a doubt. And so if you like participate in this opportunity, and I certainly hope you'll consider doing so. Some of us did last year, and some of us have doubled what we're doing. It's not so much because you really have it, because we don't have because we give, okay? We give. I'm sorry, we don't give because we have. We have because we give. And so I invite you to participate in this opportunity. The committee members are Reverend Richard, you can contact. I hope you give him a break. Our board chairperson, Jenny Langer. Of course, Mike Stott, and myself. If you'd like a call, if you'd like more information, please call the church office. Better idea, Sylvie, than mine. Call the church office, and they will put you in touch with one of us, and we'll be able to share more with that. May I have a drum roll, please? Because we've already gotten started. Everybody get excited. We have already gotten started. I'm a little off today. Personal reasons, physical reasons, okay. But anyway, we have already gotten started, and I would like to announce that having already started, we have already raised $27.
27,000.
No, I know, it's 27, I was going to say 2,700, No, it's $27,000 already. Give yourselves a hand. This has come from Unity North. And so I want to thank you, and I want you to certainly make contact, if you will, with somebody in the office. And so thank you for the opportunity to share this opportunity with you this morning. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Yuji. Thank you. All right, so we are moving into our time of offering. And as Reverend Yuji said, Unity North is so much more than a place. It's the programming, it's the people, it's the ministries. And so your tithes and offering help to keep us going. So this is a time to say thank you to Unity North for how much they touch and impact our lives. So if you're in the building, there are some baskets in the back, and on your way out, you can go ahead and put your offering in the basket, or you can go virtual, and you see the information on the screen. So whether you're at home or in the building, you can always use text to give. It's really easy, it's really fast. I use it myself. Once you have it set up, the next time is even easier and even faster. So I invite you to remember that being blessed is so much more than just monetary, what's in the bank. It's what's in here. It's what's in here. And we are going to affirm that in our song, I Am So Blessed. So please join me.
I'm so blessed to get to sing another song for you. Many of you see the flowers up here, yes? Yesterday we said goodbye to our beloved Cindy Lou Harrington, and it was a fantastic tribute. So I want to dedicate this song to Cindy Lou Harrington, as well as the other 4 people that made an impact on my life that this song celebrates. This is dedicated to James. You'll recognize James in the story. It's dedicated to Janet, to Fred, and to Chris, 4 heroes in my life that fell flat and rose above the challenge. On a lonely street, with nothing but the shirt upon his back, but still he wears a smile, and there's something in his eyes. It tells me that he knows he's alright. Another man full of pain, in a place full of the same. 1 or 2 more hours before he's gone, but still there is a light, and I can see it in his eyes. It tells me that he knows he's alright. Something within them gives them strength to carry on. It's God, oneness with God. The greatest trial, it's God, someone else's dream. Still she finds the strength to forgive and go ahead. Something tells her she will be alright. There is a man cannot move his feet or hands, but daily makes the choice to try again. Though he may not stand so tall, he's a hero to us all. It seems to me something deeper's going on. Something within them gives them strength to carry on. It's God, oneness with God. They find peace in the midst of greatest trial. It's God, oneness with God. If we will take the time, in the stillness we will find the strength in them also lies in us. The courage that we need, the peace that our souls seek is found within our unity with God. Human despair, it just seems so unfair, but there's a way to rise above it all. His Spirit's at the core, in our hearts we're so much more. Something tells me we will be alright. There is a power in the midst of greatest trial. It's God, oneness with God. We'll find a peace in the midst of greatest trial. It's God, oneness with God. Sing that with me. It's God, oneness with God. It's God, oneness with, put your hand on your heart, God. So it is, and so it shall be. No matter what you are going through, there is a power and a presence working as you. Come on up, Danielle. Let's close this service off. I want to thank you all for being here today. But what have we got, Danielle?
God is my source.
God is my source. Let us know no matter what we're going through, no matter what the conditions of our life, God is the source. God will bring everything that we need. Yes? I need some hands going now with this drum over here. Take it away, Danielle.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. One more time. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Remember God, remember I am. Have a beautiful day. Remember to check out our lobby, and remember Reverend Richard is in the office ready to greet.
Come out and see Hamilton and Afshin as well.